what would make sense for like Goku's Nimbus cloud? If you had, I can't remember what those things are called, but the little unicycle,
the unicycle. That's it.
No, not the unicycle thing.
What, the circus thing?
No, not that. Like you've got the little one wheel scooter
the little scooters.
The one
you lean forward.
Yeah, that. Just slap some cloud around that, and then you just be. So guys, we are back again. Anime Freshmen podcast episode
137.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to us for everything. 137, big number. Shout out to consistency. Snap out for that. Snap out because we're still lit. I need to do things in freeze, or it's just not gonna just snap anyway. Just because
snap for snapping sake.
Just in freeze, innit? You know what I mean? All right, cool. So, guys, this week we're here with another special guest. So we have with us Follow Cosplays.
Hey.
Shout out.
I don't know why I paused there, but my bad. But anyway,
Fuller Cosplays.
Yeah, there's a gap. There's a gap in the name, so it's like, come on, but
it's together.
So is it Follow Cosplays?
Yeah.
My bad. Okay, so I thought it was like,
but it would be it's Follow Cosplays, not Follow Cosplays. No.
That's what I was. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. I understand why you thought that, but
Follow does cosplay.
So, Follow, welcome.
Hi.
Thanks for coming through. We're gonna talk.
You.
We're gonna talk a bit. Dressy, fun.
Dressy,
fun. That kind of stuff there. Just chop it up. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where do we start? Let's see. Where do we start? Let's talk.
What are we talking?
Okay, obviously, you know what? It's a cosplay episode, so obviously, let's just start with cosplay. Let's talk about cosplay then. Let's talk about looks and trends. Let's talk about all the things that we could wear to MCM.
Who is that?
Oh, that went. That actually went.
Step out for that.
God, do you know the way I was under pressure?
The funny thing is, you pulled out the bag. Well done, sir.
Oh my gosh! Hey, shout out to me though. So,
by the time this drops, it will be just after MCM.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Brilliant timing. So, cosplay. I guess as you're the cosplayer, like explain to us, like, for the uninitiated in the room, what is cosplay?
Ooh, pressure. Cosplay is just
Time's over.
Sorry.
Okay.
No, so it's just you dressing up as a character. It could be from your favorite TV show, anime, movie, celebrity, whoever. Just making it your own. Yeah, it doesn't have to be canon.
Fair.
It doesn't have to be canon, as in.
Because people have
Canonically,
like
sir.
this
No, don't
thing
do that.
where.
We ain't brought out that word.
Sorry, I don't know how. That's why I did canon, because canon.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be canon, but
No,
why
I don't
not?
think so. No, because people. Okay, I think especially being black, people have this thing where, the character's not black though, so it's not canon.
I've seen that kind of going around, and I never really understood that because
Black people can't cosplay as non-black characters.
yeah.
Well, that's what racists online try to say.
Oh yeah, but they're gonna do that though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if we're looking at it, I guess if anyone like those guys who are saying this kind of stuff, right? If they're making that point, then realistically, if you're not Asian, then you can't cosplay.
You know what's mad about that? Because they're the ultimate cosplayers. They'll cosplay as anybody, bro. They'll cosplay as dogs.
But like, the thing is, I can't remember what the game was. There's a game that came out recently, right? And
Wukong?
No, not Wukong. It's I don't know if it was an Assassin's Creed or if it was
Assassin's Creed. It was Assassin's Creed.
Oh, the one with
like,
the Yusuke one.
Yeah, and the main character was black. And
Assassin's Creed Shadows is what it's called.
They were super critical
Shadows.
of like what was
everything.
You know, the fact that the main character was black. I remember actually seeing a video of a guy who was so incensed by it, right? He flew out to Japan, got himself a translator and asked people on the street, like, what do you think about the fact that, like, you know, they have an Assassin's Creed set in Japan with like a black person as the main character?
So hold on, you're saying that he will go out and do a street interview, record it with a translator right beside him, and then ask random people on the street these questions like, yo, I'm a racist.
He didn't, obviously he didn't say that. Obviously he didn't say that I'm a racist. But you know, the funny thing is, right, every single person that he asked about it, they're either like, okay, or they're like, yeah, no, that seems great. Like, you know,
what was his reaction when they just didn't have a reaction to it?
Yeah, in the end, he just had to, like, I think the person who was translating for him was like, I don't know if he's like a streamer or something, but like the person who was translating for him was like one of his fans. So he just got the fan to, you know, give like an interview that, you know, some propaganda there. Like,
you hate it, right? You hate it. Yeah, Jimmy.
Not Jimmy. So yeah, I think it's mad that you see people actually doing that kind of stuff there.
They are. That's funny.
Have you found that that's been a thing for you though? Like more like when you're cosplaying, because obviously you put your stuff on Insta, you know, that kind of stuff there. Like, do people get in your DMs or your comments like, "Right, you can't be cosplaying this character, or you can't be cosplaying that character"?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You know what? What reminded me? Remember, there was one time I did like a Simpsons character, and someone actually DM'd me saying,
"These guys are yellow."
Yeah. He said, "You're not yellow." I swear. He said, "You're not yellow. That's offensive." I wish I was joking.
He meant you're not white though. That's what he meant though. Who did you cosplay as, if you remember?
It was Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow Bob, yeah, yo.
He literally said, "You're not yellow. This is offensive." And he was
said it to that quote, yeah?
Yes, he wasn't joking.
He was just tapping.
He wasn't joking, and I was genuinely confused. I was really confused. I actually wish I was lying because that sounds so stupid. But I think he thought. I think he saw it in a racist way because yellow. I mean, it's yellow. Then they're white, but they're yellow. So I don't know. No one's yellow.
Hey, look, you can't expect a racist to be
logical.
But it didn't make sense. He apologized because I was like,
really?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, so you had a back and forth in the comments or a bit of a mini discussion?
From because it was a while ago, I think he first commented on the comment section. I can't remember, but I know he did DM me. I do remember that.
So he left the comments and came to you and said, "Follow."
Yeah.
I'm very, very concerned.
I'm very perturbed that your skin is not yellow.
Slightly irked. Slightly.
Yeah.
I find it a bit concerning. I'll be super honest with you guys when I see that kind of stuff is happening.
Why?
In the community, because I don't know, just any reason to sort of like X someone out or like, you know, sort of like rub them out of whatever's going on.
But they can't. They can't. No.
Of course they can't. But the fact of the matter is, there's people there who are gonna try to. They're gonna. Do you get what I mean? But at the same time, like, you know what I mean. And at the end of the day, if you're a part of this community, you're part of this scene, you're a part of this culture, then, like, you know, you have to understand that cosplay is also a part of it, and there's people who's gonna want to partake in cosplay. So. Yeah. You know, I don't know. It's like, I just feel like the way that people gatekeep things and the things that they want to gatekeep is really, it's just wild. It's weird, bro.
It is weird.
It's weird.
No, but specifically, you know, for people like us, because I doubt they'd do it to someone who's non-black. I mean, we've had...
they never do.
Yeah, I've never seen...
They never do, ever.
Has someone ever voiced their racism to you in person regarding a cosplay character that they feel you shouldn't have dressed up as?
So just keyboard warriors.
Literally. Twitter, sometimes TikTok, Instagram.
No, but to be fair, at Comic Cons or, you know, events of that nature, it's usually quite
inclusive.
Yeah. For the most part. I mean, every time we've gone there. I mean, what's your experience been like cosplaying there?
I think it's quite diverse there, yeah. I think so.
All right, let's break down some cosplay. Let's talk about
break it down.
Cosplays that we see at cons. you're a cosplayer, so actually, I want your opinion on this.
You're
Like,
you're the tundra, aren't you?
yeah, if you come just like dressed in like, you know, like a tundra jacket or like a
that's what you
katsuki
said,
kind
my
of
bad.
thing, would you consider that cosplay?
No.
A Tanjiro
A
jacket.
Tanjiro-
Like, yeah,
tundra
just like, you know,
jacket.
like, you know, that little
tundra,
robe
oh,
thing
the
that he
cloak
wears,
thing.
the little
The
cloak thing.
Just
But
that.
just that, and then everything
So
else is
jeans,
just
trainers.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
What if they have the sword?
The little accessories. No, I wouldn't. I mean,
Like, how
Nah,
far
I
do you
don't
have to go for it to be
Consider cosplay.
genuine? Like in your mind, anyway. Like, how far do you have to go for it to be cosplay?
If that's the first step that person can take, then fair enough. You know, I mean, if the cloak is what you can do, at least maybe because he's wearing all black, maybe make your jeans black and your top black.
You're saying there are levels to this thing, basically.
Yeah, I think so.
White belt, black jeans.
Yeah, I think that would work.
Black shirt, white button up.
I think that would work.
Mm.
As long because people would see you and see the cloak and be like, "Oh, you're Tanjiro." So I think that would work.
Yeah, because you'd be hard pressed to compare the cloak by itself to a guy who comes. Oh, what did we see that one time? There was a guy who came with like a giant sword made out of like paper mache.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
But it looked real and the outside was sturdy, so the exterior looked proper.
Paper mache. Wow.
It was that and something else, but it said he took him like what, a couple weeks to make. Who was there?
Which con was this? Was this anime and gaming?
No, MCM.
I don't remember this one.
Which character did he do?
I don't even remember, but it was someone with like a massive sword, or it might have been who's the immortal done from the Akatsuki?
Oh,
Hidan.
Maybe him. The one that had to do that whole ritual in order to change, and he has to sacrifice to a god or something. It might have been him. And the size of it was like proper realistic. So when he, you know, explained that he had to do this and do that, and it took weeks to make the
You know the reason I
weapon.
actually said Tantra, right, is because I think of all the cons that I've been to, all the places I've seen cosplay and that, I think I've only seen two people who've really gone super in when it comes to doing a Tanjiro cosplay. Like
the box.
The box.
The box.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
We saw one. We
box.
actually had a little girl in there.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to say, I actually saw someone that called the box, and then when we was taking pictures at the Demon Slayer thing, that he had the girl go in the
Oh,
box.
swear down.
Yeah.
It was
wasn't
big
a
enough
little
for-
girl, but yeah, the box was huge.
Damn.
The box was
He went gym.
huge.
He went gym.
She actually got in, closed the
It
lid.
was on the floor.
Oh.
It was during pictures, so I think it was a Demon Slayer meet. So it was on the floor, and she went on the inside, and
Man, if you just looked at it and walked away.
I doubt there's a lot.
Did the box look proper though, yeah?
Yeah, it did.
Oh.
It did. I don't know how he was carrying that around the con, because that's...
Did he explain how he made it, if he'd bought it, or...
I didn't actually ask, you
No?
know. I was just there to take pictures and videos.
And where was this? A Demon
This was
Slayer
at
meet?
MCM. You know how they have the different meets for different
anime and
anime,
different
yeah. So
stuff
that was
like
the
that.
meet for Demon Slayer.
Do you think it was the guy that we saw, maybe? Do you think the box, the guy
This is a
that
few
we
years
saw,
ago, though.
No, probably not.
would have been too small for someone to... A few
Yeah.
years ago, you said,
It
yeah?
was
The
a
box
few
that,
years ago,
the box we saw, it was a sizable box, but it wasn't big enough to have a person in
It was
there.
more accessory than actually.
Yeah, but it's just like
The
the
actual
effort.
box.
Yeah, he had a box. Like it was like the size of his back.
Yeah.
Okay,
But,
because
like, you know-
that's how big it is on Tanjiro now. Like, because Nezuko shrinks, doesn't
yeah,
she?
she does.
So it is... I don't think it needs to be that big if no one's in there. Maybe just put a plushie in there.
Was she small, the girl that got into the box? And she closed it as well?
No, she like made it like a little bit close. No, she wasn't small. She wasn't small.
She was committed to the act, though.
I mean, I've seen online of adults, I don't know, maybe this is in Japan somewhere, of having the actual children in the box.
Oh, that's hard still.
Oh no, there was a guy that had a baby carrier thing on his back and then kind of made it as a box.
And he was dressed as Tundra as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's cute.
Yeah.
What's the best cosplay that you guys have seen, like ever?
Oh.
Ever. That's
don't
a
even
tough
know.
one.
There was that one.
There was,
Ever.
you know,
It was like a monster. It was like green. They had tentacles.
Hmm.
What was it, man? It was like a character that I'm not too...
Best cosplay? I don't know.
there's a
There's
guy
so many.
that came as I can't remember. It was not last year. I think it's the year before last.
Inosuke?
No, MCM. It wasn't Inosuke. I don't. To be honest, I feel like if you're gonna do an Inosuke cosplay, like, you know, number one, you gotta have
The physique.
Yeah, the physique's gonna probably be there.
No, the guy
and
that
then
I remember
think
seeing, he
about,
kind of
like,
did. And the mask,
No,
the
I
ball
remember.
mask
I
was
remember.
on point.
I remember the guy you're
Yeah.
talking about, but the guy that like the one I'm talking about, I think somebody came as Master Chief.
He was
I
Master
remember
Chef.
that.
He was a chef.
Yeah,
He was Master
yeah.
Chef. So it was Master Chief, but he had like a chef apron.
No, I don't remember that.
That's what you saw.
And then I think there was a guy who's I can't remember exactly what he was, but his helmet lit up. Like it was almost like it was voice activated. I can't remember, but like it was that was quite cool still. But what about you lot?
I think I saw a bender.
Uh,
It was an actual bender.
Serious?
outfit.
that's
Yeah.
sick.
A Bender?
Bender from
Bender,
Futurama.
Oh, Bender.
Yeah.
Oh, flipping hell.
That was good.
It looked realistic too, yeah.
Yeah. It was a proper. It wasn't like a small suit. It was like a big, hot in here suit.
Oh, rough.
Yeah.
Flipping hell.
It was that one. I think there was one guy. I think he's known for cosplaying. He did 7 Deadly Sins.
Barn. I know who you're talking
Oh, I
about.
know you're talking
I know who you're
about.
talking about.
Because he
And-
draws like he even draws the contours and everything. I think I know you're talking about.
It's not the. I can't remember his name on Insta. I'm so sorry, but this was like years ago. I think this was like 2022. I used to fangirl over him because his mom was on.
I'm sure. No, I think it might be the same one
It was
because
on
he was
point,
on one of our
like, it
posts
was
from
so
back in the
good.
day.
We-
Is
seen
it not
him,
the
right?
guy that we
Is he the one that does the lean back thing?
I forget.
No, that's the guy. That's the Italian guy. I think you're
Yeah,
thinking of.
I
But it's
think
not
the
him.
Italian guys who we're thinking of.
Maybe.
The one
Oh.
who we interviewed at what do you call it?
They did a Genshin.
Anime
Him,
con.
the Italian guy, and another guy and a girl. They did like a Genshin Impact collab with MCM a while
Mhm.
back. So he was one of them, but his bum was on point. Like it was, he looked like him so much. Like I was fangirling. Like I still have the pictures on my phone. Legit,
Really?
I actually do.
Screensaver?
That's crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, that was like one of my favorite cosplays because it was actually on point. The wig, the outfit.
He actually had packs as well.
He proper had packs. He had like a waist like that. It was. It's actually crazy thinking about it. That's why
I
was
rate
like,
them,
wow.
man, because you gotta be dead. It's cold outside, bro.
He
This is
was
no
dedicated to the
joke.
trim. He was dedicated to the trim.
Listen.
Yeah, honestly.
And this is what, no, MCM during the end
It
of the
was
year in October
MCM,
time, so
it was October. It was October.
That's not good
Committed
weather.
to the
Yeah.
course.
That's not good
you gotta
weather.
get wavy
Committed
for,
to the course.
to fund that one still.
Honestly.
What would you say your best cosplay is then? Like, where you?
I mean, I would say all of them.
Mhm.
Joking.
And now go
I
on.
mean, own it. Like if that's what you think.
Yeah, I mean,
I would say my favorite
Mm.
right now is. I would say I liked my Sanji.
Who is that again? One Piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Is that the long haired girl?
No, the
Guy.
blonde guy.
He doesn't
Blonde
watch
guy.
One
Oh, the smoker guy.
Yeah.
The chef, innit?
Yeah.
I don't watch One Piece.
Ah, I thought you'd know at least small.
What a shame.
No. I've seen clips that, oh yeah, shout out
Have
to
you watched the
Carter.
one live action?
No.
Just watch that.
Yeah.
It's not the same, but it's the same.
I don't really like live action anime, to be honest. I've been disappointed too many times in my life.
Oh,
That's fair. I don't
that
think
one
it's
wasn't too bad, you know.
No, I've
Yeah,
heard good
it's
things. I
not
think
bad.
you man kind of
Yeah.
said it was on point still.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad. I don't think it's that bad.
It actually does the anime justice, you'd say?
I would. It gets to the point. I mean, they changed some bits. I think about Sky Island, it was an island, just an island. It wasn't in the sky. I remember they were talking about it, and it wasn't in the sky. It was just an island, I think, from what I remember. You don't remember?
They haven't touched on it in the live action.
So Nami was reading a book or something, and she mentioned
She's the long haired one, isn't it?
She doesn't have long hair.
She's a navigator.
Oh wait, she does. Sorry,
Isn't she the one that
she does. She has long orange hair.
Luffy has to go and fight Leopard Man? Lucci?
No, you're
that's
thinking of Robin.
Oh, what colour is her hair? Black?
Yeah.
Black, yeah, her
No.
hair's short then.
Nami's ginger.
Yeah,
She's
Ginger.
Luffy's love interest, Nami.
There's no love
Luffy
interest.
doesn't
Luffy
have
doesn't
a
have
love
love-
interest.
Oh, no?
There's someone that loves him, but
Yeah, Luffy don't care about no girl.
I'll swear down.
his,
No.
only, his only love is the One Piece.
Exactly.
Listen, the only thing
Luffy's
Luffy
one
lost
track
for
mind.
is freedom.
Honestly.
Quick, what do you think the One Piece is? Because I've got my thoughts.
No, you don't.
You
No, I do. I've
Don't
spoken about
do
this before.
Pieces.
Remember, I said I think it will be the ability for what's it called, the devil fruit user to actually swim in water.
Why are you laughing? What's wrong with that?
See,
Why are you laughing? What is wrong
this
with
guy
that?
don't know, you know. He's
That's-
one of these men.
Can
Can
you
you
imagine the One Piece after all that?
But at
Nah.
the same time, it's like, but
What if you're not
why
different?
would? But then it makes sense because
Isn't the majority of that world covered in water, just like this one?
literally?
And they're pirates too.
So what if
Yeah.
so
I
if
hear
someone
it.
who's not a devil fruit user finds the One Piece, they're pissed. Like, because they can already swim.
Okay, fair.
Mm.
Okay, fair.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
just waiting to say something.
I can't like. I don't think the One Piece. I love One Piece, but I don't think it's gonna be like, oh my god. I don't think it is.
The One Piece was a journey the whole time.
The friends you made along the way.
I'd be so upset if that was what it
yo,
was.
if
you know?
Why?
I can't
What
know.
What do you
It'll
what would you
be a
prefer it to be?
Cop out.
Maybe like a weapon.
That's
Like that's a
dead.
powerful one.
That sounds dead. Sorry.
I don't know. Like,
Isn't that
just-
Pluto? Pluto?
What?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I think it's got to be something that it's got to be something on the level that lets you, you know, really, really impact the world, isn't it? Like it's got to be.
Do you think a weapon would do that?
Yeah, if it's like maybe let's say I don't know something that allows them to control all of the
But
ancient
then-
weapons, then yeah, maybe.
So there are ancient weapons in One Piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
But someone, what if because now you have it?
Yeah.
Can't someone just get it off you?
No, because you got the ancient weapons. Like you're classing everyone still. It's-
Not classing it.
Yeah,
But what if
I've-
there's that one person that comes and just can take it? I don't know.
Who's the thing is, you've got like the three most powerful weapons in the world at your disposal. Who's chatting to you? Realistically speaking, who's going to
You'd
take
be
it off you?
surprised. I mean, you'd be surprised, man.
Fairs.
There's always those crews that want to try, even though they don't stand a chance.
Like wait, is it Bugsy? Is he the one that's
Not
like
Bugsy.
Buggy.
Is it-
Bugsy.
Oh, Buggy.
Yeah, it's
Buggy
Buggy.
Malone.
It's Buggy.
Ain't he the guy who's like the only reason he's got a rep is because people give him his crew hype him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
now convince people that he's actually strong when he's not.
He's not strong.
Buggy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Bless his
he
corn
was-
He's not
socks.
strong. I like Buggy, but he's not strong at all.
All right, let's talk more. Let's talk more cosplay. Like
Would you ever go as Buggy?
Yes.
Really? Have you gone as Buggy before?
Nah.
Add it to your list.
I was gonna do it at one point. You know, sometimes I was supposed to do Big Mom for this one, this MCM, but I can't lie. I was like, I wanted Zeus and Prometheus, and I was like, just
Sorry,
getting
what does
everything.
that mean?
She
Zeus
has
and
like
Prometheus is a
her-
cloud and a sun.
Yeah.
That's
Her
made
rounds.
from her soul.
Dissentient.
Yeah.
For Big Mama.
Yeah.
I love ways his big mom
Oh
every
wait,
time.
yeah, I always forget that's not her actual name.
Yeah.
So she has a cloud
And a sun.
Yeah.
and as in a star.
No, yeah, a sun.
Sun, well, yeah.
Literally the sun, the star, the sun.
What?
She has her own
Yeah.
sun.
On the island or in the palm of her
No,
hand?
it's just
No,
like
it
they're just
they
above
follow her.
She has
Yeah.
a sun and a cloud above her own head.
Yeah.
Big Mama.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna do her.
And
but-
they're called Zeus and Prometheus.
yeah.
Yes.
But I think
Okay.
now the new cloud. I forgot the new cloud's name.
She has a new cloud.
Yeah, because I think the new cloud is with Nami in her staff, right? Oh, am I spoiling? I don't know.
Is this new stuff? I don't care.
I mean, it's quite recent, no?
I don't give a damn. I ain't gonna watch it.
Oh.
But to you guys, I don't know what's going
I
on.
don't know if I just said spoilers about Prometheus. Is it Prometheus?
Hey, look, someone had to
I-
channel Carter
I
energy
don't
here.
know.
Carter,
Out of context, nobody would really know unless you're there.
But she has a new cloud
A
now.
female cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna do that, but then I was like, then I'll have to do her outfit from that arc, and I don't want to do that one.
so the cloud is gonna cheat on the sun with the new cloud.
Pretty much.
well, kind of, yeah.
Pretty much.
No, man.
Yeah, that's it.
No, you pretty much got on nail on the head.
Yeah.
I was completely joking.
No, literally. it's
So
more
the
or
cloud
less.
was linking the sun before,
No.
and now
they were both boys.
But the other one betrayed him.
that's why I don't watch
kinda.
One Piece, bro. I
Because
don't
it's
even know
so
fucking
female.
sense,
I think
bro.
Nami kidnapped him.
Nami-
Kidnapped him.
Yeah, this is spoiler territory.
She kidnapped him.
Nami
I
kidnapped the
think
cloud.
from what I remember.
She bribed the cloud.
Oh yeah, because she had like these little things that he liked to eat, so he took the bait and
Scooby snacks.
yeah, he kind of.
Cloud is alive. He's got like a personality and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were personalities.
The cloud is sentient. The sun is sentient. Yeah.
Like she gives birth to them.
The sword is
She
also
didn't give birth to him.
sentient. The sword
She
in her
makes them and
She imparts her soul. Like, we'll spend an eternity
Well,
trying to explain this to you.
let's dedicate
Yeah.
an episode to teaching Highlander about One Piece. Because that's going to be a whole episode.
We'll
You actually should do that.
We'll actually have to do that at some point.
One Piece 101. One Piece 101.
Worst cosplay that you guys have ever seen.
What?
Worst cosplay.
That's mean.
I mean, you don't have to specifically say who it was, but what were they?
Whoever
I can't say no one. I can't sit here and be like, oh, this person's had the worst cosplay, because it's like, what if this person is just doing what they can do? That's their best. So not everyone might have the best resources to a great wig or outfits or even makeup. So
on that note, though, is it like a super technical thing to cosplay to the level where you actually look like the character? Is it like,
I would say
what do you
so.
have to do?
I'd also say so.
I would
you
say
mention
so.
what?
Talk us through it. Like, what do you have to do? Like,
I mean, if I won't say I'm up there yet, but I would
No.
listen.
This is why you're here.
Respect yourself.
This is why you're here.
Okay,
yourself.
thanks. Okay, so like there's some people that they sew their cosplays from scratch, literally everything. I mean, I've only sewn a few of my cosplays, but some people make it from scratch, their wigs from scratch.
Wait, you mean
Obviously-
they get all the different materials in the fabric
Yeah.
and do the whole thing
Yeah.
raw, flipping on?
Yeah, honestly, they make their... Okay, I make my own props, but they make their own props and wigs.
Your Gara prop was
makeup.
really good.
Oh,
Your
thank
Gara
you.
prop. That's probably one of my favorite
See,
cosplays of yours.
This is what I'm supposed to be making my Tamari fan. Jeez, I haven't even started.
Sorry, for the Gara prop, did you have the whole... What's that thing called?
The gourd.
The
So,
gourd.
I bought beach balls, just blew it up, and then paper mache them. Used duct tape in the middle to
swear
stick
down.
it together. Then just paper mache them. I didn't like the newspapers because it looked weird, so I put over it with tissue, which gave it some type of texture. Spray painted it, drew the symbols, and that was it really.
And it looked on point, yeah?
I liked it,
looked on
yeah.
point. It
Yeah,
looked on
because
point.
I was gonna get bigger because of where I live. Yeah, trying to get stuff is not easy at all. Because I wanted it to
What's
be
the term? Foraging?
The foraging.
Oh my god! But yeah, I ended up getting the beach balls from Amazon. But then Amazon was messing about, so I didn't even know if I was gonna have it. But they came on time, got it done within 5 days because the paper mache has to dry. But once it dried, it was fine.
So did you plan this all out? Like write it down and,
You know what? After con, so let's say after MCM now, I could be thinking about my next one. I already got my next one kind of planned. So I said to myself, if I do go in October, I do want to do Big Mama for that con. Because Big Mama.
Big Mama.
Big Mama. Because that one is a lot of making stuff and I wasn't ready. I was supposed to do Sanji again for this con.
Do you smoke when you do Sanji?
No, hell no.
Okay.
No. Oh,
Just
I
there,
had a
just
cigarette that
dangling,
fake.
just
The cigarette I had, when you
Like lights up.
it like the smoke comes out if you like blow into it.
Oh.
So, but you can't see it in pictures, but in real life you can see it. So I made sure I got that, but I was supposed to do Sanjay again. Which arc? He wears the is it burgundy?
Also, his attire changes or his appearance
One
changes
Piece
depending on
have
Every arc they have new
different
fit.
outfits.
They have new fit every arc.
completely different.
Completely different.
Upside down.
Completely different.
Oh, okay. How many arcs have there been?
Please don't test my knowledge.
We'll save that for the teaching for the One Piece 101 episode.
Oh, good. But I was gonna do that, and I was gonna do Flames because of that arc. I think it's the one. No.
This is One Piece still.
Yeah, I
This
think
is
I
a
was gonna do
character?
that character. Yeah,
Okay.
what Sanji? I was gonna do. I wanted to do it different, but I think it's where he wears the burgundy suit. So
Who was the big bad in that one? If you remember, the big baddie.
I'm trying to remember. He didn't wear the suit in Wano. I know that. It wasn't Whole Cake, was it? I think it was just Rosa. No, I think it was just Rosa.
Wait, what burgundy suit? You sure that's not a movie that he wore that in?
No, he wore a suit.
What, red?
Yeah, it was like a reddish suit.
No, I
Forget
mean
One
the...
Piece.
Not
Red.
literally red, but I'm sure it was burgundy.
In terms of like the cosplays that you do, how often, like, how long does it take to make like a entire outfit, like on average?
Oh, you know what? If I can't lie, I usually do closet cosplays and just put them together.
So what does that mean?
You just buy them.
Like
You buy the whole thing
so let's say a character is wearing a shirt and a top. Instead of buying the cosplay together, I'll just buy from somewhere else a separate shirt and top. If that makes sense.
Is cosplaying expensive?
Yeah. I would say it is.
You just like break down like for the uninitiated in the room, which is all of us.
Not all of us.
Okay, sorry.
Excluding
I know it is.
Sorry, Pizan.
Pizen done.
I've done 3.
No, he done Haikyuu one time.
I've done
you
3
did
cosplays.
Haikyuu?
One
I
time.
did K from Haikyuu. I've done Shin from Dorohedoro, and I've done a
yeah,
mashup
you
of
did.
Zenitsu.
Shin?
No,
Zenitsu.
okay,
Zenitsu,
I'll give you the
yes.
shit. You
Spider-Man.
know what?
Yes.
Yeah, you did do that.
I remember
Oh,
you took a
yeah.
review, yeah.
Shin
I
from
remember.
Dorohedoro?
Yeah, Dorohedoro, the one with the heart mask and the hammer.
So
You did.
Cleaners.
let's
Oh,
break
yeah,
it down.
yeah.
Then, like, how much are we talking to put together a serious cosplay? Let's say we're to have a cosplay catwalk, and you're trying to go for a top prize. How much do you reckon you
It
need to
depends
spend
who
on
I'm
your cosplay?
cosplaying, you know.
Okay, if I was to give you a character, let me see.
Think of a character.
Jiraiya.
Oh.
What, from
jeez,
Naruto?
Jiraiya.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much do you think it would cost to put together?
So I would need to buy the
What
wig.
is that, sage mode? Okay, no, carry on. No interrupt.
The wig. I like curly cosplays, but it depends on the look I'm going for. So the wig could be, let's say, £15, and then he has a headband, right? But that headband, I've never seen it. So I think you'd have to make it. So getting fabric, depending in my area, it's £3 per meter, and then getting what part is that? What else? The scroll. I don't even know. I would have to the sandals. Yeah, making the scroll. So the scroll would be maybe cardboard. Cardboard you get
would
for
you make
free.
the 2 frogs on his shoulders?
You know what? You could buy frogs and just like what do you call it? Velcro them. I'm thinking you can get cardboard. You can tip though, buying wood or cardboard. I would recommend going to DIY shops and actually asking because sometimes they have it at back. I got my wood for free.
Oh, as in just scrap?
Yeah.
That they'll just give to you for free?
Yeah, literally. I got my wood for free because I was going to buy it. But the lady was like, oh, you can just have the ones that are just there.
Oh, so you told them, look, I need this for a cosplay, a costume now.
Yeah, she was very confused. I was like, I'm making a giant fan. And she was just like, sorry?
Did you what?
A giant fan?
Yeah, she was very confused. But she was like, oh, okay, you could just take the spare one. So, yeah, tip, cardboard. All these companies just throw it out back and just ask.
Someone out there's going,
No, honestly, just ask. There's no point asking.
Right, so for you, what's been the most expensive cosplay that you've put together for yourself?
Oh, I'm trying to think of all the ones. I'm trying to think. Why am I'm on all of my head is just Sanji. I don't know. I can't think of any other ones. I don't know. It depends, you know. I mean, that Sanji wig was expensive because I got it from America. But
What, for the blonde thing?
yeah,
Because I saw you just got straight blonde hair.
it was.
right?
It's curly.
He's got curly hair now.
No, it was no. Oh no, he
Nice,
does
though.
have straight hair, but I wanted it to be
Oh,
more
my
of a
bad.
feminine touch.
Okay.
I don't know. You know, I can't pinpoint right now. You know, I actually can't.
is the cosplay that you do, or let's just say with the anime cosplay that you do, is there a different thought process you do for like the pop culture versions? Because I know you don't exclusively do anime.
No, there isn't. You know, but I just prefer doing anime cosplays. I've never thought of doing. I feel like most of my audience online are anime fans, but it doesn't matter. Cosplay is a cosplay, but I never really think of doing anything outside of anime. If I'm being honest, apart from the Sonic, I've never done anything other than anime. Oh wait, last MCM I did Bride of Chucky. But that was such a last minute one.
Oh my days, they must have roasted you in the comments, the racists. Hey man.
No, they didn't.
That's a white no. You're a culture. What the fuck you doing? How dare you?
Oh god, nah. I haven't actually gotten racist comments in a while, to be fair.
No? Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's a good thing. But
Shout out to you racists for not doing the dirty for, having many lost months.
Yes, cosplay, like in terms of, I guess, cosplaying, right? Are some characters more cosplayable
than
others? Is cosplayable a word? I'm gonna make it a word.
I wouldn't say so, but there are some characters that you look at and you wouldn't. I mean, like for example, an animal, or let's say, actually no, because I was thinking of Legoshi for some reason, but then I've seen people do Legoshi, but they don't literally look like a wolf. But
Leo?
No, Legoshi. He knows. Like we watch Beastars. He knows.
Oh, the wolf.
It's Carl.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's Carl.
I was racking my brain to. Okay, cool. Yeah,
You look confused.
Yeah?
I was gonna say Leo.
No.
He looked confused.
No, I mean, there are some. What's this character from Soul Eater?
Oh.
The white thing. The white annoying thing that talks a lot. That's it.
Excalibur's a prick. I hate him, but I love him.
That's it. I think I've seen somewhere online that someone did it and made the whole thing.
What is he? What does he look like?
He
He's a
just
little
has a
white
huge white. I don't know if
creature.
that's a beak.
He's a
I don't
right-
even know.
Yeah.
He just talks a lot.
He talks for the world.
Really?
He
Yeah.
basically, like lore wise, he's Excalibur, the actual sword.
Okay.
And he basically is super powerful. But to resonate with him, you need to be able to put up with the amount of talking that he does. He will talk for days.
Just saying, for people that just
Non-stop.
watch it, even you get stressed. Not
He
stressed out,
pisses
but
me off.
He
but
talks a lot. I mean, I didn't finish Soul Eater, but sorry.
Sacre bleu.
No, neither did I.
You
I
didn't even
didn't
start it.
finish
I didn't
it.
finish first episode.
Oh,
You didn't even start
okay.
it.
I got further than that, but yeah. So like a character like that, you wouldn't think someone would cosplay, but someone has.
What is he like a sheep? What's going on?
Oh, this is a diversion. If I was to cosplay someone from Soul Eater, it would either be Stein. Did you make it to Stein? Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, with
Either the little
Yeah.
Stein or Def the Kid. Those are
Def the Kid.
those are two people that I think
Yeah.
would be sick cosplays.
I was supposed to do. I might pronounce it wrong. Is it Maka?
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
the name, Mecca.
I was supposed to do her, and I remember I ordered the cosplay. The cosplay was terrible.
Oh.
This is why I buy bits and put it together because it was.
Oh, you bought it whole that time.
Yeah, it
That's
was
the
like
one thing.
that was the most expensive cosplay I bought online.
AliExpress?
Yeah, it was like 50 quid.
What
I
did you
know.
call it? Ali.
AliExpress.
AliExpress. It was horrible. Quality of the vest, everything. I was like, what the? Nah.
Never again.
I said I returned it.
Heesh.
I returned it, and I've never returned to AliExpress before, but I returned that because it was 50 quid.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was supposed to do a group cosplay, and I was like, yeah, nah.
I can't turn up like
Nah.
this.
Yeah.
I'm fuller.
No, because I can't, like, bad quality.
No, I hear it though.
No,
you know,
yeah, I
like
can't
if
do
you, you know, sometimes when you're, this is the kind of vibe that I get when I see good cosplays versus bad cosplays. But apparently there are no bad cosplays. But you know, if you think about someone who knows how to draw, right, and then like they come with like all the details and the colors and that kind of stuff there, and then like you see someone coming looking like a badly drawn version of the character.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I see it. They're kind of just like,
No, look, we've all seen terrible
you know, like
cosplays.
imagine you're right-handed and you try to draw a character with your left hand.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna think about what that looks like.
That's what that's what bad cosplay looks like to me.
It's entertaining to see it sometimes, though.
No, it is though. I can't lie to you. It is entertaining to
Because
see.
if you
certain
see,
times.
I don't know, like a guy who's put all like proper effort into doing what's that guy's name? Inosuke. And then you see some Reebok come through looking like man just got, like the Primark version or something.
Oh, not the Primark.
I mean, you might. No, let me not say what I was gonna say.
Question to
I'll-
you
I'll
guys,
come back.
because you both cosplayed, like we don't cosplay, but like you know when you're cosplaying, do you get into character, or is it just about the costume?
I don't
Okay.
follow
Didn't
the
you
character.
roll on the floor, Spider-Man?
Roll on the floor?
Roll
No,
on
like-
the floor.
Am I?
No, you're
was
definitely-
that me just chatting shit?
You're making it up.
Oh, okay.
He said roll.
Man said,
That was during the catwalk, I believe you're talking about, right? Are you talking about when I was
No,
the
you had a
Zetsu
sword
version?
or something.
Yeah.
Okay, that might
"Oh,
be
what,
it.
did
Yeah.
you hear the?"
Yeah, I did it. Yeah, but also I fell asleep. The whole
That was it. Yeah. I was remembering wrong.
I got into
That was
character
it.
then, but
Yeah, I
At
think
Blue
so.
Lock too.
I tried to.
You tried to do what? Sorry.
Get in character. I tried to.
Which one?
It depends on who.
Whoever you're cosplaying at the time.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Would you say that it kind of I don't want to say alter ego per se, but do you kind of like embody that character?
Yeah, I do try to do that. I mean, at con I try to, but yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, when I was because you know Marv, he also like that's cosplay. Me and him actually did the Doro one at the same one, and we did the whole little like walking in a circle, and it was kind of like we got a character and had a whole little I know what you're talking
Wait,
about.
those cleaners, what do they do in the anime again?
They clean people up.
Oh,
in black bags and everything. Like
they're assassins or
not assassins.
They dispose of bodies and stuff.
Oh,
they're enforcers and they do the dirty work.
So when you look about in character and that kind of stuff, do people resonate with it more? Is it like
they know the anime, especially Dorohedoro. Not a lot of people know Dorohedoro.
I was surprised how many people
when
know.
is that coming back?
It's
No, you know what's so funny? A few days ago, I checked when it said 2025 January.
Oh man,
I'm like, oh,
you checked a few days ago. You said.
I did. I actually did
They're
because
playing
I was
with
like,
my heart.
I remember they said we're getting season 2, but when?
Dorosexuals.
But it said 20.
Is that not what they're called?
That's a piss.
You just said
So
that.
I'm just like,
Because you know what's funny? We done a review episode on Doro a few years back.
Doro in the hole.
Is that what's called?
oh,
Doro in the hole. Episode.
And
what number?
up
Doro in the hole.
until the actual episode, I mean, we'll remember this. I actually hated it, but whilst describing what my thoughts were, I realized I actually ended
He had an epiphany party for the episode. He was like, he was sitting there pissed off before he wrote. He's like, oh, this is such a shit anime. And as we're recording, he's like, wait, I actually like this show.
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
I'm actually waiting for it to come back too.
Wait,
you should read it.
So wait, are
Oh, you read
Dorohedoro?
the manga?
I've got the whole collection.
Swear down.
I love Dorohedoro, man. It's the only one I've got the whole collection for.
I need that world building to wait. So where we're at now?
Are Dorohedoro fans actually called Dorosexuals then or no?
Yeah? What? I've never heard of that.
No,
I heard
I
that
just
either.
made that up.
You must have made that up.
Oh, where'd you get that from?
Dorosexuals.
No, because I was saying shout out to all my Dorosexuals like it's a thing. Isn't
Hey,
it?
look.
It's not...
I like Doro. I ain't taking that name.
Oh, okay,
Nah.
my bad.
Nah.
Sorry, I
That's a crazy name.
didn't know.
Would you go? What's the main character in?
Kaiman.
Would you go as him? How would you go as
He's a
him?
lizard.
Lizman.
Could you pull it off? Do you think? Could you
As a
actually
lizard.
make the cosplay?
Oh.
You
That
think?
would be quite difficult to do, though, wouldn't it?
Literally, because he's a lizard. I wouldn't. It was like, it's them ones where you would have to like paint your face. And if I was, making me think. So
The cogs are turning.
maybe paint your face somehow and maybe use business tights to like get the scale look.
This is a cosplayer.
And stuff like that.
This is a cosplayer.
This is like where I think to myself, right, this is where it'd be great to be like a makeup artist or something, because surely if you're doing it the way that I would think about it, like you need like a paper, you couldn't have a paper mache thing, but you need to sort of build Kaiman's head around your head, because you know when he opens his mouth you can see who's actually down there.
Oh
innit?
yeah, you
Oh,
can,
yeah.
innit?
That would be smart. Wow.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
but obviously that would take a lot
That's
of
really
time.
his body in
innit?
there, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's. I
It's his
swear
head
that's
is
someone
in there.
else's.
No, is it not? That's just the next guy.
I'm
innit?
not saying anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm
sorry.
saying.
Because you read the manga.
Yeah.
She has manga. She knows manga stuff.
I remember reading somewhere that's not actually Kaiman.
You're not actually.
What, this is a guy,
You're
this
not
random guy
supposed to
stuck down his
say.
throat.
Oh yeah, my. Hey,
You're
look,
not
I'm doing
supposed to
the
say.
Kato. I'm
You're
doing the
doing
Kato
the
here. Shout out to Kato. He's not here. You
Shout
know.
out to Carter.
Do you know, there's one question that I've asked a few cosplayers, and they always go, "Well, that's actually a question I didn't think of." I might have already asked you this before, but I don't think I have. If time and money wasn't an obstacle, who would you cosplay as?
Galactus.
Oh.
With Galactus, damn. The
Galactus?
actual Galactus.
He's a Marvel character.
He's
That's why.
He's literally as big as a planet. Eats planets.
he's a galaxy.
I got Super Surfer. You know?
Yeah, do you know what I was
Go
thinking?
Silver
Maybe,
Surfer.
because, especially if I could get myself properly chromed out and like
Not
it
chromed
reflects
out.
and stuff. But I don't know. I need to get in the gym a bit more.
And you could
before
use a
that.
hoverboard or a
Time and
drone
money
thing.
it's not an option, so the money
know
is
what
going
I'm
to
saying?
make it a
But
hover.
I've seen people use a hoverboard for, not a hoverboard, a skateboard for Goku's Nimbus car.
Nimbus!
Yeah.
I've also seen Ogun from Fire Force.
Do you know what would make sense though
okay.
for like Goku's
Nimbus
cloud? If you had, I can't remember what those things are called, but you know the little unicycle, the
Oh, the unicycle. It's actually...
No, not the unicycle thing.
What, the circus thing?
No, not that. You know, like you got the little one wheel scooter
Oh, the little
thingy where
scooters.
the one
Oh,
where
you lean forward.
Yeah, that- just slap some
Oh,
cloud around
those.
that, and then you just be.
It's funny you say
know what
that.
I mean?
I'm not seeing it still.
It's funny you say that. Someone went down my street blowing music.
Do you
on
know?
that
Do you know what I'm
today.
talking about though?
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
It's got pedals.
yeah. You just stand on it.
No.
Is that
I'll show you.
Is that not the hoverboard that they tried to ban at some point? Is that
No,
No,
not
the
that.
hoverboard is like the little.
Wait, do you
I
mean
feel
like a
like that
wooden
would work
plank?
better.
Same technology, but it's kind of it's like a giant wheel. You kind of stand on, like a wheel between
Oh,
your legs.
that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like the hoverboard would work better
Mm.
I'm not seeing what this wool thing is about.
because you put the you use not cotton wool.
Oh.
Okay, that would still work though.
That's what you meant about leaning
Yeah.
forward for Goku's Nimbus.
Yeah.
But how would you because you have to like lean down, like bend your knees to like sell it now. You can't do that, can you?
I mean,
Goku don't like fly the Nimbus. Like, leaning forward.
How Michael Jackson.
I do the moonwalk.
I don't know. I didn't think this is the technicalities of cosplay. This is why I don't cosplay, because I don't like these technicalities here. And I would want it to look like what you see on the TV, innit? So I don't know.
That's why I thought a skateboard would be better because you actually like.
But then you have to push every so often. That kind
Yeah.
of just takes away from the mystique,
Okay, then
innit?
that's why. What about the hoverboard? Is that not better then?
Yeah, I guess so. But then
you gotta
it's the
understand,
same-
Jed will argue.
No, but like it's the same thing as the what do you call it?
No, it's not.
No, it
I don't
is.
think it is,
because
yeah.
you're still leaning. You're still doing all of this
But your
business, innit? You're
feet,
still
because it's
leaning
the
forward.
wheel, your feet is like that, whereas the hoverboard is a bit more space with your feet.
Yeah.
So it
So you
looks
put
more.
the cotton wool around your feet.
Yeah, I
Cotton
keep
wool?
saying it's not cotton wool. Stuffing. That's it.
Mm.
You use stuffing.
Okay.
But how would you sit on it?
Technicalities.
You would. I mean, that's why a skateboard is better, low key, because you can sit on a skateboard. I've seen it online.
Can't you use wool, like sheep's wool, and paint it?
Whoa, that's long.
Oh really?
Wool is wool. That's why you use stuffing. Like,
Hey, look,
you know what you put in.
I
cushions.
submit to your expertise.
Do you know what? We've done the entirely wrong episode. We should have just figured out how to put together a cosplay in this. You know what I mean?
No, to be honest, I cut corners. I took the commission route.
No, but you were just
That's
starting off
fair.
though.
You know Spider Woo on
Yeah,
socials.
yeah.
I got him to commission the Spider-Man Zenitsu thing.
Upside down.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Pretty cool guy.
Oh yeah, you've done Zenitsu
Dorohedoro Shin guy.
and Haikyuu boy.
K from Haikyuu.
Yeah. Did you like hair for that one too?
I did. The only reason that I haven't done more cosplays is because I procrastinate, and then when it's time for the con crunch, I'm like, yeah, no, I can't be bothered. Obviously, you know what con crunch is like. You're currently undergoing one.
I am because I haven't finished both my props. I haven't even started one, and I'm going con on Friday.
So for you, like as a cosplayer, what's like the biggest event of the year for you then as a cosplayer? Is there like a cosplay mania?
A
type thing, or
Cosplaytopia?
is
It's
there
only
like a,
MCM, you know.
That's the main thing, yeah.
It's the only MCM. I feel like this is where the UK is lacking, man. Because, sorry, I saw today that they announced Megan Thee Stallion is going to be at
Ooh,
DreamCon.
DreamCon.
And I was like, wow. We are so
But you know,
what we have is MCM.
but I
Ooh.
think the thing is as well, like over here, we don't have that many cons in general. So
We
it's
don't.
one of those.
Well then, do you say DreamCon, RDC's thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll swear down.
Everything's gone massive.
Yeah.
But like, we just don't have that many cons over here anyway. So it's like,
We don't.
we're just kind of, if it's not
And it's the
MCM,
UK,
then
man.
it's
They don't
Anime
do stuff
Con.
at
If it's not
April,
Anime Con, like, I don't know that many people that go Mega Con, Anime and Gaming Con,
been- have
maybe.
you been
But
Mega
like,
Con?
Yeah.
What's it saying?
So I went last year and it was okay. I went this year, but I was super late.
Oh really?
Yeah.
By the time you got there, most of the stuff had already, or most of the people had already like gone,
yeah.
come and gone.
Literally. Yeah.
I remember our first con.
Oh, when was that?
What, MCM?
No, it wasn't MCM.
oh, what, the first con that we did?
That we went to, that
Well,
we
as a
attended. As we attended as freshmen. It was a London film.
Oh, Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, jeez. That
wasn't our first one.
That wasn't our first one.
I think that was our second.
That was. Have you been to that?
I remember that one,
No,
though.
I
Damn.
haven't.
In Hammersmith,
It's Olympia.
Olympia.
Yeah. I've never been to that one.
Yeah,
Because
no.
it says.
Let me
film.
not say nothing.
Is it bad?
It's
It was
inclusive.
an experience.
Yes.
It was an experience.
There were
Bad.
there are some inside jokes
We met
that
some
will
cool
live
people
forever.
there. No, we met
can't
some
actually
cool
say
people. Like the D&D people. Like we met some cool people.
The
D&D?
D&D people.
We met a couple of D&D people.
See,
And
I
then-
don't. You know what? I've erased that entirely from my memory. I can't lie to
It
you.
was that bad. Wow.
No disrespect to that con or whatever, but like, yeah, no, I don't remember.
I really
I'll be
enjoyed
honest.
getting something to eat after.
Oh.
Oh
What
yeah,
year
to be
was
honest,
That was a
that?
highlight.
the food was great.
What
Yeah.
year? What year did you go?
2020.
2019 was the first MCM
Was it 2020? No, so it wouldn't have been. I think it was the first one after lockdown.
because we went before. The first MCM we went to was before lockdown. When it was like they had that whole like sick gaming area where we played Son of Goku and that, right?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
And they still had a lot of interactive things that you could do. You know,
I
as
remember
a
that
goer.
one was definitely like first half of the year, so it must have been after lockdown.
What for London Film Con?
Yeah. So
1920.
21.
potentially
Sorry.
20.
Yeah, because there were people there. So
I think potentially 20 is either, if it's not 2020, then it's probably 2022 because that's when stuff started
I might
coming.
have
in.
No,
gotten
it was-
better
it was
since
before
then.
that.
2 minutes. Maybe give them the
Yeah, we
dues.
might-
It could have been.
We might have to
Yeah,
drop by
yeah.
one time and then see what they're saying. You know,
What?
Fairs.
Uh,
Okay, cool.
were there
Let's-
cosplays there?
Yeah, there was a couple.
Okay.
There was a couple. When you go to cons, do you take part in like the cosplay I mean, I guess you can't
never
really call
have,
them
you know.
competitions, like, you know, but the catwalks and that
I
kind of
never
stuff.
have,
there.
you know.
How
I
I'm
just
too
wanna
scared.
Why?
I don't know what's it.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just too scared to do it.
Because it's not more. Is it? I think it's more of a showcase than a competition.
It's
It
more
is
of a
a showcase.
showcase.
I don't know.
What
But
does
I
that
think it needs to be. Do you know what? I
Just
feel
go on
like,
stage and show off your cosplay.
yeah.
Or like pose and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
We need a
Oh.
competitive cosplay scene, though. I feel like that's a thing that might need to happen, you know.
Hello, that's
Some
our thing.
prize money and you get what I'm saying.
Oh,
and
if you
just
do that, I'll lock
recognition.
in.
I
Okay.
might need to we might need to look into
You
trying
said prize
to,
money.
Yeah,
Prize-
I feel like
Prize
that should be
money.
like, you know, like competitive cosplay and, you know, everyone's just really, really going hard to pose it out and stuff. You know, people just coming through the, you know,
Jojo's pose.
That's
Pose.
what.
Pose.
I was getting that confused earlier. The bond thing. You know when I said when he bends over, that's Jojo. Joe
Yeah,
Stars.
oh,
Jojo's.
Jojo.
Yeah, that's what got confused with still.
but yeah, I think that would be sick. Like, you know, competitive cosplay scene. We need to maybe.
That would be cool.
So you've never done an
look into that.
MCM or any of the other?
No, maybe like events, but when you have the cosplay.
You've done it at
If they,
Anime and Chill, right?
Yeah, I've done that
Yeah.
in intro. Yeah,
but if they have one at MTM this year, would you consider?
I
Like-
don't know. I don't know.
You should,
I
you
don't
know.
know. I should.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know
We'll be there to support you do it as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If I was to do it, it would have to be. Let me think. What cosplay? I would say Saturday's cosplay. I mean, tomorrow's cosplay is a very simple cosplay.
Tomorrow's?
Tomorrow.
Oh, Tamari. Who's that again?
She's from Naruto. The
A
girl with the
fan.
big fan.
Oh, okay. And you're gonna make the fan too, yeah? From scratch.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, randomly, there's someone that recommended to me that we should attempt going to residential cons across the UK because
What are
they're
those?
quite good. They're ones that are usually based up and down the country that are more like based in usually with like hotels. And I think one that she mentioned, they do like a cosplay chess where people basically will be on two opposing teams and then you need to basically move across the board in character, which sounds like an interesting concept.
That does, you know.
Cosplay chess.
Throw some alcohol in the mix and
You might have yourself a
B12.
good time.
I said B12.
All right, cool. I forgot what I was gonna say now, but like I'm now stuck on the competitive cosplay thing. I really, really would like to. I genuinely want to see that happen. You know, like guys, after this, let's sit down and actually start brainstorming. This
Put
might
words
need to be
together.
our new event. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
Okay.
and then we just need a name for it now.
Yes. Fuller?
Oh, pressure. Oh, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know.
Clash of the
Freshmen.
Causes.
Just because.
Sponsored by Follow Cosplays.
Hey.
Cause that's okay. We'll call it a day there, to be honest. That's wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed this episode.
No, hold on. We ain't done that. What are you watching?
Do you want me to be honest?
Yeah.
Nothing.
And on that note,
I tried Frieren a few days ago and my focus wasn't on it. So I was like, yeah, never mind.
All right. Hey,
On that
look.
note-
How did you describe it again?
I think it's really good. Like, Frieren is great it's a great anime for when you're doing laundry. Like, it's just great to have in the background. You don't need to follow it too tough.
I hope that when this episode drops, that Frieren is the anime of the year.
How do you watch
was it not free? Was it not
doing
last
laundry?
Year?
Freeren.
Yeah.
So
because you have
last
to.
year.
But was it not anime
you
of
watch
the
it
year last year?
so
No, it wasn't nominated last year because
what, Frieren?
So who won last year again?
For anime of the year?
Yeah.
I believe it was.
Sorry.
Leveling Solo.
No.
Leveling. Sorry.
Wait, what was anime of the? What was
I
even
actually can't
nominated for
remember.
anime of
Yeah,
the
you
year
think
last
we'd all
year?
know it still?
We should
know it. Like we do an episode every year covering this thing. Was it not? I think it was.
It wasn't Jujutsu Kaisen, was it?
That's what was in my mind.
I want to say JJK.
It wasn't. Was it?
NANI?
I thought it was Frieren that one.
No, it was. No, it's either. I'm pretty sure it was JJK because like it was Bocce the Rock that was up there, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, JJK, Oshinoko was in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jujutsu
And
Kaisen
then
one.
Vinland Saga. So it was JJK then. Yeah.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Okay,
Though.
that makes sense.
So you're not watching nothing at the moment now?
No, So the last anime I watched was Demon Slayer. I just caught up with that last arc because I had been putting it off for ages. But I've tried to watch anime for a while and I just can't get into it.
I know that you're a big Nana fan. Is nothing really scratched that Nana itch since you watched it?
I watched that 2 years ago, and then Paradise Kiss 2 years ago. Have I watched? And then I caught up with One Piece, but I stopped at Egghead.
Did let it build? Because that's what I do.
Because I wanted it to build up, but then they said they were going on the break, so I was like, So I probably won't catch up with One Piece until next year again. I don't know when Egghead arc is finishing.
Good strategy, by the way.
That's what I always do.
At every start of the arc, I think Fuller does it as well. I will kind of stop watching One Piece for a prolonged period of time to let it build.
Yeah.
And then when I heard that it was going on a hiatus, I was pissed off. I was like,
Also,
now
right.
I need to make that thing longer.
I do that as well.
Yeah, Jed does it too. One
But
Piece
how
is
long is the Egghead arc going to be?
Probably a couple years.
Yeah, because Wano was
What?
how many years?
Wonder was like 2-3
3
years.
I think it was like 3 years. Yeah.
I think I could see Egghead.
Highlanders
being about 2
going,
years.
wait, you guys wait multiple years for one arc? Yes.
That's wild.
No,
still.
you know what? I can't. When I binge watched Wano, I said to myself, "There's no way people waited for this every week. There's no way." And I can't imagine. Obviously, there's the manga, but what if you're not a manga reader and you don't want to read the manga? So then what? I couldn't imagine doing that.
I'll do a thing where I'll go, you know what, let me start watching. I'll watch like 50 episodes. I'll be like, wait, I've caught up. Okay, back on pause.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was the pacing that slow? It's slow as hell, isn't it?
I would say it is.
Drags.
It
But
used to
I
be
like
Guys,
it.
tomorrow
It
going
drags.
next door. That's oh boy.
Pre-time skip was good pacing. A post-time skip, that's when they decided to drag it out.
Yeah, it does drag. It does.
Again, we're gonna put this in One Piece 101. Because, but yeah, guys, this has been today's episode. If you enjoyed the episode, then of course holler at us on the socials. You know where we're at. So Instagram, not Twitter. What's the one? X now. We're no longer
Nobody
on.
calls it X though.
Okay,
I
so
think they
this
do.
is Twitter.
No, I've never heard anyone call it X.
The only one that
you know?
calls it X is Elon. That's the only one that calls it
Literally,
X.
I've never heard anyone say X.
Snapchat. We're not.
No.
You guys are on Snapchat?
We are not.
We're not.
We're not.
We're no longer on
We were
Snapchat,
never
guys.
on Snapchat, technically.
No, we were on Snapchat.
We
though.
made an
We
account, but we
were.
never posted on it.
We were never on. Okay, apparently we were never on Snapchat. It was just, we're on Snapchat. No, we're not on Snapchat now. Sorry, but we're on TikTok. That's the
Yes.
other
Oh, okay.
square. That's the other portrait app that we're on, innit? So yeah, we're on TikTok. We're on what do you call it? youtube.com/anime freshmen. Obviously, we're on Twitch as well. We do the streaming every now and then. That's twitch.tv/anime freshmen. Join the Discord from that. It's Anime Freshmen on Discord. If you want to holler at us, then you can do so by jumping in the DMs. But if you want to do something more official, let's say like talking about giving us money to do something for you, then of course, hello@animefreshman.com. Speaking of which, our website is animefreshman.com. If you like blogs, animefreshman.com/blog. We're on LinkedIn. Guys. Link us on LinkedIn.
For professional purposes. Yeah.
For professional purposes. Link us on LinkedIn, guys. Is that what you do on LinkedIn? You link people, or you
head
just... No, but what's the name of the verb that when you connect with someone on LinkedIn? Is it not link?
Get LinkedIn?
No idea.
Link us on LinkedIn anyway. Do you get what I'm saying? And yeah, that's it. We obviously big thanks to our guest follow. Do you just wanna
definitely? We're not happy.
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
Follow, do you want to let them know where they can find you and where you're going to be at in terms of cons and that stuff this year?
So you can find me on Follow Cosplays, FOLA Cosplays, on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I'll be at MCM 3 days. So yeah. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Until then, you know the drill. Don't say anything, anyone.
Keep it fresh.
Jojo hates the phrase "keep it fresh."
So cheesy.
But it goes, though. It goes.